Alhamdulillahi Rabbil Alameen. Wassalatu wassalamu ala ashrafil anbiya'i wal mursaleen. The topic for today's discussion is the spirit of human freedom. The aim of every human being is happiness. We live our lives in pursuit of happiness. Happiness is relative. It is variegated, and it is actualized differently from one person to another. And the truth of the matter, as we have seen, is that the relativity of our happiness depends on the reality of our lower self, or nafs. While the heart or qalb was created to know, experience and seek the divine, the lower self or nafs can take one of four realities, and each of those realities defines and experiences its own brand of happiness. The cattle-like lower self finds satisfaction in material and hedonistic pursuits. The predatory self through violent and aggressive hegemony over others. The Satanic-self through self-glorification and arrogance, and the angelic-self finds its happiness and contentment through knowledge and remembrance of the divine. Freedom is a means to pursue happiness. It is not an end in itself. The value of freedom lies in the extent to which it facilitates our pursuit for happiness. We value freedom for the choices it allows us, the actions we can then undertake, and the availability of means that allow us to maximize or optimize our experience of happiness. Islamic spirituality is very much about freedom. Freedom in the most profound, meaningful, and true sense of the word. The freedom and the happiness of the heart. We have established already that the heart or qalb is an organ of cognition. Its ultimate purpose rests in knowing, experiencing, and seeking the divine. The heart that connects to the source of peace, as-salam, the source of security, al-mu'min, the enricher, al-mughni, the heart that connects to the bestower without measure, al-wahhab, that heart truly finds everything. In a moment of heartfelt connectedness with the divine, a saintly soul uttered, "What has he found, the one who loses you? And what has he gained, the one who finds you?" For the heart to be free, it must be free from the suffocating grip of the carnal proclivities, the shahwa, and the philosophical caprice, the hawa, of the lower self. Without freedom from the lower self, the heart will be blinded in its sight of the divine, numbed in its emotional experience of the divine, and fettered in its seeking of the divine. Without being free from the lower self, the heart is confined to the experience of the happiness of a cow, a wild dog, or Satan. Is a cow, wild dog, or Satan happy? Yes, it is. But it is only happy within the context of the happiness of a cow, or a wild dog, or a Satan. It is not happy in the sense of the happiness of an angel, which is a happiness whose source is the timeless infinite beauty and majesty of the divine. Without a doubt, the balanced satisfaction of the drives of the lower self are necessary for the pursuit of happiness in the world and in the hereafter. We are both body and soul, spirit and matter. Islamic spirituality nurtures the needs of both. The lower self will always have material needs, and it will always require the freedom to pursue them. It will always need, for example, freedom of mobility, of expression, of association. However, these freedoms are neither absolutes nor ends in themselves, but rather they are means to pursue the freedom of the heart itself. For the happiness of the lower self or nafs, tied as it is to the necessities and exigencies of this world, can never exceed the quantum of four-dimensional being. As for the heart or qalb, it is an organ of supra-dimensional creation and subtlety. The heart exists beyond the four dimensions of our worldly existence, and therefore its happiness knows no such perimeters. And for such to be attained, Islamic spirituality emphasizes freedom from the lower self as opposed to the opposite, freedom of the lower self in its excessive and destructive indulgences. Wassalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi ta'ala wa barakatuh.